So the next one, find R if 5PR is equal to 2 into 6PR minus 1. What is NPR? The formula to find NPR is n factorial by n minus r factorial, isn't it? So we will apply it here. What is 5PR then? 5PR by definition it is 5 factorial by 5 minus r factorial. So that's equal to 2 into, what about the next term? 6PR minus 1 will be equal to 6 factorial divided by 6 minus r minus 1. Is it correct? If I am writing like this, no. Why? Because r minus 1 we have to treat it as a single term and you have to apply a bracket. So 5 factorial divided by 5 minus r factorial is equal to 2 into 6 factorial divided by, what about this value? If I open the bracket, it will be 6 minus r plus 1, isn't it? 6 minus r plus 1. What is 6 minus r plus 1? It is 7 minus r. So the denominator is 7 minus r factorial, which implies, look at the numerator. Here it is 5 factorial, here it is 6 factorial, which is a bigger one, 6 factorial. So we will keep the left side numerator as such, and instead of the right side numerator 6 factorial, we will rewrite it as 5 factorial into 6. Why we are doing is just to cancel. Okay, divided by. Look at the denominators. Here it is 5 minus r factorial, here it is 7 minus r factorial. If you are not able to identify which of them is a bigger one, what you have to do is take any of them. So suppose I am taking this value, just add a 1 to it. So 7 minus r plus 1, it is 8 minus r. If I add again 1 to it, 8 minus r plus 1, 9 minus r. So it goes on like that, isn't it? 7 minus r, 8 minus r, 9 minus r, 10 minus r, like that. So we are not reaching this value. Again, if I am taking this one and adding 5 minus r plus 1 gives you 6 minus r. 6 minus r plus 1 gives you 7 minus r. So which is a bigger value then? This is the bigger value, isn't it? So we have to replace 7 minus r factorial in terms of 5 minus r factorial. So the left side denominator remains the same, 5 minus r factorial, and instead of 7 minus r factorial, what you are going to write? I have to write 5 minus r factorial into terms, next terms. How we will find the next term? Next term will be 5 minus r plus 1, isn't it? 5 minus r plus 1. What is 5 minus r plus 1? 5 plus 1, 6. 6 minus r. So into the next term will be 6 minus r. Into one more term. To find the next term, what we have to do? 6 minus r plus 1. What is 6 minus r plus 1? 6 plus 1, 7. 7 minus r. So the next term is 7 minus r. We need only 7 minus r factorial. So 7 minus r factorial can be written as 5 minus r factorial into 6 minus r into 7 minus r. What can we do again? 5 factorial can be cancelled. Okay, 5 minus r factorial can also be cancelled. What is the left side? 1. 1 is equal to, what about the right side? 2 into 6, which is 12. 12 divided by denominator contains 6 minus r into 7 minus r. Isn't it? Which implies cross multiply. So 6 minus r into 7 minus r into 1 will give you 6 minus r into 7 minus r is equal to 12. Okay, what we have to do again? Open the bracket. 6 minus r into 7 minus r can be written as 6 6 36, 7 6 are 42, minus 6r minus 7r plus r square is equal to 12. Collect all terms to the left side. So what we get? 42 minus 6r minus 7r plus r square minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, so what we can write again, which implies 42 minus 12 gives you 30. 30 minus 13r plus r square is equal to 0. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation, r square. If I arrange it, r square minus 13r plus 30 is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. So we have to find two values so that sum is equal to 13 and product minus 13 and product is equal to 30. Which are the numbers? The numbers will be 10 and minus 10 and minus 3. So that product will be positive 30 and sum will be minus 13. So we can factorize this as r minus 10 into r minus 3 is equal to 0. Which implies the value of r as 8, r as 10 or r is equal to 3. Thus, the question was to find the value of r is equal to 10 or r is equal to 3. But 5PR is given in the question, isn't it? And we have a restriction. If we are taking NPR, we have a restriction that 0 less than or equal to R less than or equal to N. R can take only value from 0 to N, isn't it? So if I am taking 5PR, R is restricted in between 0, all natural numbers in between 0 and 5. Then can R take the value 10? No, it must be rejected. Thus, that implies R is equal to 3. Okay.